Peace to the God stars and goddesses. Peace to the God stars and goddesses. Now, soul family, look, I've been doing a lot of research and observing behaviors of individuals who be sober, aka individuals who never do drugs, and then the individuals that do drugs, right? Now, check this out. The individuals that do drugs, you notice how their skin looks very pale, very empty, look very rusted due to so many years of drugs that they have done. This is a sign that, humans was never made to do drugs. Like these drugs that been created by the FDAs, all these drugs that's been approved for humans to intake, it kills us. It kills our DNA. It makes us be athletically challenged, vertically challenged, and it really destroys our brain cells. So, like, with that being said, let's talk about this, for example. So, like, when you think of the ethnicities of melanated people, right? Melanated people's skin naturally shines. It's supposed to glow. So, like, let's say you take a dark skinned melanated person that does drugs, right? You notice how their skin looks very rusted, and it starts to look very greenish the more that they take drugs, whether it's alcohol or any smoking substances. You notice the word alcohol has the word gold in it. Alcohol, gold, like a goblin spirit. Like, it happens a lot when people drink alcohol, especially melanated people in North America. So, like, for example, like you all see right here, like my skin is like glowing, it's shining, it's brown. You feel me? Like, I've been sober for 29 years. I've been sober for 29 years, never done drugs. I've been living a healthy lifestyle the best way I can. So, like, for example, let's say you had like medium tone or light skinned melanated people that do drugs. When they do drugs, you notice how they don't have that shiny tone to their skin tone the way they did before they were sober, right? When they start doing drugs, the medium tone and light skinned melanated people, their skin looks very rusted and it looks greenish. And like because when melanated people do drugs, their skin, with the way they look pale in the face, in appearance, they start to look greenish. With the Caucasian Europeans, when the European Caucasian people do too much drugs, they start to look very pale in the face, right? They don't really have like that tan look to them. So, like, with that being said, drugs is the devil, yo. Drugs is the devil, man. You can fight me about it, argue about it, but you can't fight facts. This is not opinionated. This is not subjective. This is all facts, man. The FDA wants to kill humans. Look, man, if you a Gen Z person and you been doing drugs, man, I need you to quit, man. I need you to quit while you can. You don't want to be looking pale in the face. You don't want to be looking rusted. You don't want to be looking like a mummy from like 500 BC. You don't want to be looking like a mummy from 500 BC, man. I'm just giving you the tough love truth. Because for one, man, who's gonna tell Gen Z to like quit drugs? It's gonna take another person from Gen Z like myself to tell you this. Because, like, look at me, like, me being sober for 29 years. Like, come on, mate. Like, bro, I literally look like I'm 15. like like I don't even look a day near 16. And people be blown away when I tell them my age. That's because I've been sober for 29 years. So, like, keep that in mind, soul family. Keep that in mind. Because, like, especially melanated people, us melanated people, we definitely was not meant to be doing drugs. We never even need that. Like, most of our nutrition, now, for the melanated people that are the sun people, I could speak on us sun people. We get all of our highness from the sun. We get all of our highness from being in nature. That's our thing. You know what I'm saying? So like us consuming alcohol, Hennessy, Hypnotic, or Patron, or Don Julio, or any form of alcohol that kills us melanated people, just like it kills any ethnicity of individuals. Because like I tell you this, man, if you look back in ancient eras, a lot of Africans, we African melanated people, we didn't like consume drugs to like, feel all like almighty intelligent and all this shit. Like, bro, the FDA be lying to people, talking about if you go consume alcohol, I guarantee you become this spiritual being. The FDA always lies to the people. The FDA wants us erased. So why the fuck do we gotta consume drugs? We don't need to do this, man. The FDA government systems of nutrition, they want to fuck us up. They want to erase human life. That's why they legalize all forms of drugs, because they want to kill humans. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know a lot of Gen Z people of the melanated communities, they don't see that in North America. But look, man, the information is out there. I gave you the documentations, man. Like, what more information could you need? Like, it's just right in front of our faces. So like, if you take a picture of somebody out here, if you take a picture of a melanated person that does drugs, right? You notice that their skin looks very rusted and it looks greenish. And then you take a look at me, right? Like, I'm literally brown as it gets. I'm literally brown as it gets. I've been sober for 29 years. I've been sober for 29 years, never done drugs in my life. I never been vertically challenged. I never been athletically challenged. I've been healthy my whole entire life in my 29 years of existing. So like, that's a sign that if you're an individual from Gen Z, you should not do drugs. Because I could tell you right now, because a lot of Gen Z people in North America look like mummies from 500 BC. And they only be like, what, 22, 23, 21, 20, 19? And they look like mummies already. Like, how can someone look like a mummy at 19? It makes no sense. Like the FDA government systems, they always lie to Gen Z, saying like, if you take these drugs, you're gonna be this high multi-dimensional spiritual being, when it does the opposite effect. For example, if you don't see animals do drugs, why would you as a human decide to do drugs? Make it make sense.